um we got the poll button now, so that was the problem. All right, Nico, we bet. Oh yeah, you can move this window away from. Okay, cool. There we go. Sweet. Or maybe I can move this higher up and then put the poll in. No, then I won't be able to see the chat. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I didn't realize you could actually move the poll window. So we got 3 votes, and well, we're getting some yeses. Half and well, not half and half yet. Do you take video ideas from viewers? Of course, man. 4 eyelids. And Nico, tap the thumbs up, man. And 4 eyelids, tap the thumbs up, man. Subscribe to the channel. Of course, we take video ideas, man. Always, you know. Why not? Of course. Of course. It's quite a broad question to answer in a yes or no. Do I believe there's life outside our planet? Almost certainly. Do I believe people talking about being visited by UFOs? Unconvinced. Why? Let me ask Alex, why are you unconvinced? Why do you need to see it with your own eyes? Why? I mean, because listen, man, it's all about imagination and the unseen world, my friend. I'm not sure, Nico. Probably in the morning, Eastern time. Maybe 9 something a.m. Eastern time. 9 o'clock Eastern time, let's say, tomorrow, okay? Who has funny clips? Tap that thumbs up, everybody. So we got 21 votes. 59% say yes, they believe. 41%, 50. Oh, look at that. We got 50-50, man. I wouldn't say I need to see something with my own eyes to believe it. And I know people's sense can be easily deceived, but the evidence I've seen has been unconvincing. I mean, well, see, here's the thing, man. The reason it's been held back for a while is because people are not ready. Humanity is not fully ready yet, but it's happening, man. 2026 is going to be contact. Why wouldn't God make aliens? It's, why not? Well, I mean, you could be an alien to them. They could call you an alien. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference? Why wouldn't God make aliens, bruh? See, I believe anything is possible, man. Well, I do though. That's the thing, man. I think that they do hold back a lot of things. And here's the other reason why we've had difficulty seeing them or them making contact is because our vibration has been kept very low. When your vibration is kept low, aliens' vibration is very high. So, so like, for example, like fairies and gnomes and unicorns and all of them, their vibration is extremely high. So when their vibration is extremely high, we're not able to see them with our own eyes. They're in another dimension due to our frequency being kept low. So the government keeps us our vibration low through fear and control. You get it? And separation and divide. Because extraterrestrials frequencies and vibrations are very high. Yeah, of course, man. If you vibrate very high, you will be able to see the things that we've been kept from seeing, so to speak. You get me? All here, sub and like, man. Tap that like button, man. There's 21 people in here. Like and subscribe. I'm not religious, I think, which I think makes it easier to believe there's life outside our planet. Earth isn't particularly special. Well, I mean, I'm not religious either. This is definitely not a religious channel, but we do talk about God and we do talk about Jesus and different um, archetypes. I hear people talk about vibrational frequency in this context a lot. I've not seen a lot of scientific explanation for what that actually means. You don't need to see it because it's you can't see it through scientific. Um, Check out a book by David Hawkins. Okay, let me get the title of the book. Hold on, Alex. I think you would very appreciate if you haven't already read this book already, or anybody in the chat, get your hands on this book by David Hawkins. Okay, it speaks of frequency and vibration. And again, when you are in grief or shame or fear or any of those frequencies, your vibration, your frequency is very low, which then you are easily controlled. David Hawkins books. Forgot what the name of it is, but I actually have. Oh, Power versus Force. If you have not read Power versus Force, get your hands on it by David Hawkins. He talks about frequency and vibration. He talks about what Yeshua's frequency was, which was that love, the love frequency, which is the highest frequency you can be at. Everything is measured in frequency and vibration. Well, yeah, but you know what? You've got to trust that there's a God. You've got to trust because you can't see it. You've got to trust it. Science can't prove that. You know what I'm saying? Science couldn't prove why my dad healed from fourth stage Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer in 6 weeks when they gave him a week to live. He fully healed with no sign of cancer. Science can't prove that. There's plenty of healings. There's plenty of um, you've got to think beyond the box, my friend, because they want you to not think for yourself. They want you to stay in a box and just listen to what they tell you on the mainstream and just in general so that you can be in fear and be easily controlled. I mean, there's a lot of people in here that believe in God, man, and there's no science to prove that there is a God. I don't believe in science. I think that's all a joke. To be quite honest, I believe it's a joke. Um, how do you like just because they show you a document that they did this test or that, how do you know they actually did it? You know what I'm saying? It's like there's so many things that you can't prove with science. Just like they talk about breath work. Breath work saved my life. And it's 11:11. We got 11 people and 11 likes. Breath work saved my life. And I'm going to tell you what, there's no proof from science, but I know damn well what it's done for me. If you believe in God, I imagine it's easier to take other leaps of faith. But as an atheist, I used to be an atheist, and I know why I was an atheist. I know why I didn't believe because they pushed me away from religion, you know, which is a common thing because I feel religion is related to separation and divide to get people separated, to get people arguing, to get people fighting. That argument isn't particularly compelling. That's okay, man. You know, listen, I'm not trying to argue with you, Alex. You know, get the book Power versus Force by David Hawkins, man. It'll open your mind and open your eyes. And listen, I appreciate you being here and opening your mind, even though you're an atheist and you don't believe in God. I appreciate you being here because majority of my life I turned my back on God and religion. Most of majority of my life, and I went to drugs and alcohol and everything else. So I was there, and now I realize that my dad kept saying in 1994 when he healed from fourth stage cancer again, alternatively, because he believed so deeply and so strongly in the impossible that his belief was what healed him. And that's what God wants us to do right now. God wants us to lean on the unknown, the uncertainty, that we're not going to have documentation or proof because a lot of this stuff this year and next year is coming out. Disclosure is coming. That all the stuff that they've been hiding from us. And we're going to be like, "Oh my god, are you kidding me right now? Like what?" And so, I think at the end of the day, man, what really is proof of science? They could be lying about it like they've been lying to us about what's in our foods and lying to us about pills that they give you at the MED centers. It's like everything's a lie. You just the only thing that we all know is that there's something that created each and every one of us. And that's where you got to have faith. You got to believe in the unknown, man. You have to believe in the impossible. We're limitless, limitless. Oh yeah, there is people that believe that, man. Jazz, 100%. You know, there's a lot of people that are only into science and don't believe in life outside the planet. And let me tell you, man, there is thousands of planets and universes all there's different universes, there's different planets. We're living multi-dimensional lives. We're living many lives at the same time right now. You know what I'm saying? And my purpose and mission here is to open your mind up to other possibilities, man. I love this type of stuff, man. It gets me so passionate and so alive, man, when I can when you are so open but yet kind of closed off, and then I could get you to think and be like, "Hmm, you have a point there, man. Maybe, just maybe, there's a possibility. Maybe there's a possibility we could fly. Maybe there's a possibility we could levitate like Jesus did. Maybe there's a possibility we could turn water into wine." You know? Who are you, Jindia? Yeah, but I'm saying I know that. I know that, sativa, but many people don't believe it, man. They have to physically see it to believe it. I always thought to myself, man, and I was on the live the other day, man. I had people telling me, "How are you like questioning everything when you were like 7 years old?" And I'm like, "Because I was. I woke up at 7 years old and I questioned the government and I questioned how we were even here, and I questioned just everything." And the person was just like, "Well, like 7 years old, I wasn't thinking about those things. I was thinking about playing with other kids." And I'm like, "Well, I didn't have any friends. I was bullied and beat up and, all kinds of stuff of that nature." So, you know what? I questioned everything. I had thousands of hours to sit around and wonder where God came from. And, and the person was like, "Why would you be thinking of that at 7 years old?" I said, "Because I'm different. I'm unique. I'm not like everyone else, you know? Yes, 100% I believe in I don't like calling them aliens, but I called it that for the sake of like for the majority because a lot of people don't know what extraterrestrial is. So that's why I put aliens in the poll, but I'd like to call them extraterrestrials or higher dimensional beings because I feel like aliens is like kind of a derogatory word, I feel like. Yeah, introverted, exactly. And man, there's a lot of comments in the chat here. Let me try to catch up here. I 1000% believe in aliens. And capped hindsight says we have a piece of God and our minds is super powerful, but we aren't gods. I mean, no, but you know what? Um, a lot of our powers were suppressed, like our DNA. Like we don't have all our strands of DNA activated, which if we did, we would have our abilities and powers and psychic abilities and senses and fully online, which is happening. What do you think about time traveling? I know time traveling exists. There's higher dimensional beings that are doing time travel here. There's other humans here that have unlocked that. I totally believe it. And I also believe in replicators. Are you guys familiar with replicators? Because if a lot of people will say that, oh, you have to have money in exchange. Well, no, you don't. And I'm here to debunk that because there is a technology out there called a replicator. If you have, and but it's been kept from us. What does strands of DNA, man, have to do with science, though? It's a part of our physical vessel that we're temporarily in right now. Um, it can be spiritual. It doesn't necessarily have to be science. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Alex, I ain't here to like argue with you or anything like that, man. I'm just here to like spread to get us to open our minds, and our hearts, and to think bigger than what they've wanted us to think. Because all they want you to do is stay at a job, work 9 to 5, and you know, pretty much stay in the medical system. And that's about it. And they don't want you to think outside of the box, man. They don't want you to realize that fear is an illusion. They don't want you to lead from your heart space because then you're in your power. No, I got you, man, and I'm glad. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're actually engaging, my brother. So, much love to you, man, Alex Hertz. Um, that's what I always talk about on this channel. I want to be able to have an open-minded, open-ended conversation with all of you, and it not be argumentative or where somebody says, "Well, this is the only way," or "That's the only way," or. But are you guys familiar with replicators? Our minds are more powerful than we think. Our intuition comes from beyond. Our understanding the powers that be tried to suppress in any way. Beautiful, man. Capped hindsight, man. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because I love your comments. Alex, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, man. I would love to have more conversations like this in the future. I imagine we agree on a lot, but I think we probably also disagree about some very fundamental things. So I'll probably sound like, no, it's good, man. It's all good. And you've already explained yourself, and so I won't take it as argumentative. We definitely, I imagine we definitely agree on a lot of things, but I love the fact that we disagree too, because that makes for a great, amazing, and wonderful conversation. Like if you were just here and said, "Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am." Like, I mean, how about Tesla, man? Give it up to Tesla. And I don't mean the Tesla car, man. Tesla. The things that he uncovered, man, is beyond free energy, you know, and we are going to get back to free energy, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Trust and believe that. Um, the whole thing has been, manipulated as well. Again, I'm be careful as to the things I say on here too, guys. I believe in aliens. There's no way we are alone in this known universe. The main problem is distance, what we perceive here on Earth, out in the stars. We're looking in the past. I'm not here to take part. I'm here to take over. Okay, Ifan, got you. As a genuine question, I imagine there are some wild theories you think are rubbish, but clearly have a strong belief in others. Of course, man. Funny you mentioned him. I've been looking into Tesla a lot the past week or so. Yeah, like here, look. One of my necklaces. This necklace I have, man, has the Tesla coil in it. See? And a lot of people are starting to use Tesla's coil in like purifying water and all kinds of stuff, man. But this guy handmade this, and it protects you from 5G frequencies and a lot of different things. But as you can see, it's like the Tesla coil. We're finding out way more things than we've been told. All right, Nico, take it easy, brother. I'll see you later or tomorrow, my friend. Without the scientific method, how do you choose what to believe? How do you separate hidden truths from absolute rubbish? Because, man, you know what you have to do? You have to go within, Alex, and you have to feel in your body how it feels to you. Does it resonate with you or does it not? So basically, using discernment. No, they're not going to take over, man. That's what the GOV wants you to believe, man. They're not going to take over, man. They're far from going to take over, man. You know, they've made us believe that though. They want you to believe that they're going to do that so that you can be like scared and, attack. And that's all false stuff, man. Don't believe in that stuff, man. But you can believe in whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But you have to go within and be in silence and go within yourself, man, and just to use discernment and feel what feels good to you, what feels right. Does this resonate with me or does it not? Yes, 1000%, man. Why do you have to see something with your own eyes to believe it? You don't. You don't have to. But do you believe deep down? Does it resonate with you? Like for example, if science said, Alex, that aliens are fake, okay, and that's what you were told, does that actually resonate with you even if you don't see them? Because it doesn't resonate with me. And I use my own discernment, I use my own inner like compass to say, nah, man, that just doesn't fly with me, you know? No, I'm definitely not Josiah. I followed Yeshua and Jesus. God, I connect to God because I just do, in not a religious way, but a spiritual way. You'd probably call me a scientist of sorts. Nah, not really, man. I don't call you anything. I just call you a good dude who's open-minded and wants truth. I feel, Alex, that you're a truth seeker, like we all are. Everybody on this channel, man, right now, I feel is seeking the truth. And that's wonderful, man. I, listen, man, I was never someone to I was never someone to like follow what they tell me, man. I was never someone to be like, "Oh yeah, that's what they told me. That's what they told me, so I'm going to just like believe it." No, hell no, man. Um I go against the grain. I am here to walk the path less traveled. Sorry, man. I'm talking Conor McGregor quote, bro. I know everything. I'm just joking around. I'm cool. That's fine, man. I don't even know what you were saying, but because the chat's moving pretty quick. How do you even start a convo about favorite movies without confessing? Oh, have you ever? No, I have not. Lava fish. Well, thank you, Josiah, and Jesus loves you too, man. Um, and if you are, I'm a therapist. I think and talk for a living. I'm always interested in things that make me think. Yeah, me too, man. You're a truth seeker, my friend. Question everything. Exactly, Fatty Lover 76. Right on, my friend. The Undiscovered Self is a great book by Carl Jung. Actually, man, I'm going to check that one out. I like Carl Jung, man. It touches on all this stuff: collective conscious, um, individualism, elite agendas, etc. Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot that, man. I like that. I might have already got that book, but I'm gonna look into it. I love Carl Jung, man. What's the difference between? I don't know, but I like chickpeas. You're an alien? Cool, man. Cool. Now, collective consciousness. That is an interesting topic. Imagine if people could work together like ants. I know, man. That's what I'm saying. That's where the new world is headed, my friend Alex. We're headed into the new earth, the golden age, the age of Aquarius, the age of love, which is unifying, which is community, which is everyone living in harmony and balance. There's no need to rob and steal. There's no greed and manipulation. None of it. And as I was speaking earlier, have you guys heard of a replicator? Because you don't need money or money exchange when you have a replicator, which is something that they've kept from us. Which is you could basically replicate anything you want instantaneously. If you want an apple, you can replicate it. If you want a hamburger, you can replicate it. If you want a house or a car, bam, it's replicated. No form of money exchange. Virtual world is also a truth. Tantric practice leads you to the world of aliens. Tantric practice? No, I don't know about that, man. I'm very familiar with tantric, and I never heard. I mean, maybe, but I mean, I've been before I even was practicing tantric. I was like believed in extraterrestrials and aliens and higher dimensional beings, and I channel the Divine Council of Nine. They're a group of higher dimensional beings. Um, what is this? Home account. Hi, Darren. My name is Daniel in 2006. That's very cool, home account. Actually, Luna sees orbs all the time. And you probably have heard her talk about it on many different lives on here. She sees orbs all the time. That's cool, Ben. And was it a good experience, Ben C, or not so good? Um, y'all, I hope you're subscribing to the channel, man, and you're tapping that like button. We had a teleportation machine that involved destroying your body in one place and reconstructing it. No pain experienced, all memories intact, but it's a different you. Would you use it? Huh. I've got to read that a couple times, Alex. That's very deep. If we had a teleportation machine that involved destroying your body in one place, but why would you destroy it in one place and then reconstructing it with no pain experience? Why would you do that though? All memories intact, but it's a different you. Would you use it? So, what would be the purpose of that? Do you mean like reconstructing it into the way that you would want it to be reconstructed? Like add things that maybe you didn't have before? Is that what you mean by that? New Zealand, home account. You're from New Zealand? Cool, man. Subbed and liked. Appreciate it, man. Is life supposed to be hard? No, it's not, Joe Johnson. It definitely is not. um, but that's what we're waking up to realize, that they've lied to us, and that this is all out of enslavement to keep us in this consumerism loop. So no, it's not supposed to be hard, my friend. Hell no. Just like you and me are connected virtually by the use of physical technological things. Okay, Rajan, what is your point? Oh, to go from one place to another. Hell yeah, why wouldn't I? Definitely. 100,000%. And I know that's already happening, man. Again, the technologies have been kept from us. The fact that how powerful it is when you're connected to God and you lean on God and you pray and you ask for help and you connect every single day and you develop a relationship with God, and this is not in a religious way, that's powerful. And they don't want us to connect to God. They don't want us to, um, you know, call God in, ask God for help. They don't want you to do that. They don't want you to have that connection because our connections have been severed from source. Hey, Alaskan Adventures, what's good? Ali, bro, what's good, man? Death is an illusion, though, my friend. Energy never dies. We can actually, there is people that have lived for 900 years or more. A lot of it, like I said, man, a lot has been manipulated. Let's just say that, man. I have to be mindful of the words that I use on here, okay? But just know that, um, again, we have the capability of living for as long as we want and actually leaving and coming back with the blink of an eye. But we have forgotten all of this. But now it's starting to come out more and more as disclosure continues to happen. What's good from Guam? I believe in the universe and we are one of many creations. 1000%. How's that? 1000%. God is a superior life from non existent in earth, but quite possible to exist in the outer universe. Yes. It's like a waste of time. No, they're always doing something with you, Ben C. There's a reason for it, man. Reality is wrong, dreams are for real. Tupac. What is the meaning of number zero? I don't know. Stay positive, my brother. You too, Joseph. You too, man. What's your thoughts on Galaxco Rangers? I don't know what that is, man. I never heard of the space jockey theory. I don't know what that is, money. There is no way aliens don't exist. New here. Your question piqued my interest. Cool, man. Well, subscribe to the channel, man. I agree with you. And that's what we're here to talk about, you know. I figured it would pique your interest. I figured it would pique everybody's interest. Man, look at that. I just did the poll and we got 52% they believe in aliens, extraterrestrials, or higher dimensional beings, and 48% said no, they don't believe in aliens, extraterrestrials, or higher dimensional beings. I've seen many phenomenons in the sky that I can't explain. I believe there is something. Can you talk about it? How's that? Drop it in the chat, man. This is an open space for us all to have these conversations, man, openly, with no fighting, no arguing, just everybody sharing their experiences and their opinions from a peaceful, calm place, man. That's what it's all about. With love. Looking forward to becoming Leeds feeder. Oh, great club. Thank you for subbing, man. This stream is always an interesting thought, idea, and quality banter. Yeah, it is. It is Darren H. Always, man. We got to. So make sure you subscribe. Trillions of galaxies with trillions of stars in each of them. There's no doubt other life out there. Yeah. And I mean, listen, we're multidimensional beings. So, being multidimensional beings, we're actually living other lives at the same time. What's good, cutie fam? So you're living other on other planets at this exact very moment. You've just chose your soul just chose to um, focus your consciousness on this life, this specific one. We are spiritual beings, 1000%, man, Anita. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, Anita. Um, so, in a way, we are aliens. Yeah, I mean, listen, let me just say this, man. We have been, you've been every type of life form there is. You've been a tree, you've been a sun, you've been black, you've been white, you've been Hispanic, you've been a woman, a man, you've been gay, straight, you've been everything, man. You've been a rock, you've been a bug, you've been an animal. We've all been every single thing. And if you haven't, you're a new soul, but a lot of us are hybrids. We've lived. We're Pleiadian and we're Lemurian and we're Arcturian and we're all these different. We're from Series B and so it's like you live many different lives, man. You've lived it all. Most of us have had thousands of reincarnations, but you chose to come to Earth at this time because this is the most challenging time to be here. And Earth is one of the only places that has free will and choice in the whole like universes. This is the only planet. That's what makes planet Earth so special because it is the only place that has free will and choice. Okay? And that's what makes it so challenging and difficult because people can actually choose darkness or light. It is another stop, but we all volunteered to be here to be a part of this massive shift in human consciousness that we're all going through right now. Who told me what, ME? Very close to the senses via sight and sound ever since or heard these phenomenons before because bizarre feelings that leads to confused thoughts. It's very real. Yes, we are spiritual creatures, Dan. I agree. Something is created out of nothing is the real meaning of zero. Yeah, exactly, Rajan. Rajan. Keep tapping that thumbs up, everybody, so we can get more people in here and get the conversation even more interesting. I told you yesterday I will be here. Oh, yeah, you did, cutie fam. Earth is another spot. This is all philosophy. Your topic is your perspective. You learned up to this point. Therefore, you experience the wrong things. Shout me out. I don't know what I even how to pronounce your name. Thank you for subbing. I'll just say G. Thank you for subbing. Your topic is I'll say this with love. I would respect your claims more if you didn't say them so definitively, clearly. You believe what you say, but I trust people more when they are skeptical of their own beliefs. I mean, listen, though, Alex, I am very, very open minded. Yes, I say these things because I have a deep knowing and I'm remembering. But at the same time, man, there's aspects that you talk about or that anybody talks about that can change my belief or my perspective. So I am always open to the door is always open for any possibility. I don't stop at anything, man. There is always something new I'm learning every single day from you, from someone else, from coming on these lives. I don't ever just go with, yeah, that's my knowing and that's it. And I'm black and white and there's nothing else. There's no gray. Nope. I'm open-minded to any and all possibilities, man. I'm a truth seeker, man. I'm always seeking the truth, regardless, man. But I go with what feels right within me first and foremost. Your logic is your. Oh, yeah, I already read that. No, it's not the only planet, Gordek. There's thousands, if not millions, of planets out there and universes. This is the only planet Earth, is the only place that is free will and choice out there. That's why all the galactic beings and higher dimensional beings, because I've channeled this information, and many others can confirm it, that this is the only planet that has free will and choice. There's millions of planets out there, but they don't have free will and free choice like this one does. That's why we all came here, because it's extremely challenging and there's thousands of souls waiting for a body to come in. And you volunteered to come here, man, to come on planet Earth to be a part of this right now. If you're here right now, you're a volunteer. We're talking about physical form, Stephen Hill, not spiritual, not like when you're in a soul form. We're talking when you're in a physical body with this density, with as low of a density as we are at. That's what we're referring to, not when you're an angel or spirit. It's completely different than what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, science is starting to become more and more open to other possibilities, but not so much, man. They're very like, it's got to be physical. And not only does it have to be physical, but they never get to the root cause, you know? And half the time, I don't even believe half of the things that they come out with. Again, we don't even know 100% what's even in the foods we're eating, or, if they're even telling you the truth about that, you know? Um, no, man, that's one thing I definitely, I'm open minded, but that's one thing I disagree with. Um, uh, I forgot what was your name that said that. Kwame, I think it is. We're definitely not here against our will, man. You chose to be here, just like we all chose to be here. Your soul did. Interesting, really. Quantum physics. The absolute truth will never be unveiled. It's getting there, man. We're getting to that point, man, Kwame, where the truth is going to be revealed. There's no, and I like that we hit 239 votes, and 50% said yes, they believe in aliens, and 50% said no. It's exactly 50%. That's crazy, man. Hold on. I had to screenshot that, man. That's pretty cool. 50% said no, and 50% said yes, and we have 240 votes. So Alex says, if something feels right to you, but something else feels right to me, which of us are right? Um, both, neither are the such things as Universal truth. No, here's the thing, man. If it's not if it's right to you, then it's right to you. If it's right to me, then it's right to me. We can have the same we could both be communicating about the same thing, and you said if it's right to you, but something else feels right to me. That's okay, man. That's what you go with. You don't go with what's right with me and what's something else is right for you, and then you're just going to be like, yeah, sure, I'm going to agree with I'm going to go with what's right with him and not go with what's right with myself. No, man, you want to go with what's right with you, regardless. It's hard to believe so many people would believe there aren't alien life. Yeah, but you see, 49% don't believe it. Out of 242 votes capped, 49 don't believe. Just like I did a poll the last couple days about God, and it literally got up to like 200 or 300 votes, and there was a large percentage that don't believe. So yeah, it's hard to believe, but it's true, man. Um, I do believe 8 billion people can coexist. 1000%. The fifth, sixth, seventh dimension. There's no manipulation and greed, and you don't need it. And we're gonna have see we're moving into a direction where we won't have government anymore. What we will actually have is galactic councils running everything, but they're not actually running it. We're gonna have free will. And but yet there's not going to be greed and manipulation because we're going to know that we have the power within us. We're going to know that we can heal ourselves. We're going to know that we can manifest anything we want at an instant. We don't need to rob and steal. You can walk into a store that everything in that store was replicated from a replicator. There's no need for that. But we've been living, a lot of us have been living for several decades, and a lot of us have been living where things have been stolen and people steal, and there's manipulation and greed, and that's all we know. And that's all you've been told. But you got to think outside the box, man. You got to see that the movies out there, man, are telling truth. That there is so much more out there than you have been told. You got to start questioning everything, man. I am right. I know I'm right. You just got to believe, man. Yeah, but here's the thing, man. That's the whole thing because you could be on a different timeline than I'm on. Okay? It's like this example I've given before. Okay? It's like every single one of us are living on different planets through our experiences and our interactions. So quite literally, I could be standing and watching a confrontate a confrontation between two people, and you, Alex, are standing next to me and watching the same thing, right? And yet your perception of it is different than mine. You see it differently. You don't see it as a confrontation. You see it as two people having a conversation, a healthy conversation. But yet, from my experiences in my past, I see it differently. And I walk away telling a completely different story than you do. But yet, we observed the same exact confrontation with two people. But yet, we walk away and we go to a group of people and we start talking about our experience. Your experience is completely different than mine. You see it completely different than I do. And I see it completely different than you do. And we tell a completely different story. And that's what I mean by every single person is like it's like in their own they're in their own world in a completely different planet. Yet we're still all here on the same earth. But some people are living in 5D because it's a different level of consciousness. Okay? And so they're like the 8 billion people on this planet are at so many different levels of awakening. Some are just beginning to wake up. Some have woken up 20 years ago. Some woke up a few years ago. Everybody is waking up differently through different experiences. and are seeing the world completely different. It's crazy, man. That's what is so wild and so amazing about being alive right now because we're conscious. We're conscious beings right now, like way more conscious than we ever were as human beings before. And every single person is waking up saying, and this is the famous words that everyone says when they wake up: wow, there's got to be more to life than I've been told. And that is the famous words everyone is saying when they wake up. Everyone is saying it when they wake up. Wow, there's got to be more to life than I've been told. There's something off about this. Something is not right. I've got to question this because I can't just be have chosen to come here, or if you think that you didn't choose to come here and like I'm supposed to just work a 9 to 5, pack a bunch of money away, work 80 hours a week at some job I don't even enjoy, and then I pack the money away and then I'm sick and then I'm trying to get healthy again and then I die at like 60 years old, but you're not really dead because death is just an illusion, and then, energy never dies. So like you're just graduating and going on to something else. But there's got to be more. There's got to be way more. It can't just be like, but then if you go by the biblical stuff, like Jesus was able to turn water into wine and he was able to levitate and he was able to walk on water and all these different things, like, and then they show you all these things in movies, but then they tell you that that's just a fiction. But is it really fiction? Because if somebody could imagine it, then it is real. What powers the replicator? I don't fully know, to be honest with you. I don't fully know, but it's technology that is way beyond our comprehension because it's higher dimensional being, it's extraterrestrial stuff. It's I mean, I don't know if you ever heard of like Atlantis and the fall of Atlantis, because that's when we as humans technology we allowed technology to surpass spirituality, and the technologies were so advanced. Like I'm talking Tesla type stuff, not Tesla cars, but Tesla, the man Tesla, and all the stuff he created and has been hidden. It's stuff that you just can't explain. And when people ask, how did the pyramids get built? How is this possible that these big stones were moved and lifted and made these big, huge, gigantic pyramids? Replicators, my friends. Replicators. But everything is energy. That's the whole thing. This phone is energy. I am energy. You are energy. This phone is conscious. My tripod is conscious. The pillow's conscious. It's just a different level of consciousness, but every single thing is consciousness. Every single thing is energy. Everything. It's just a different form of energy. I love these conversations, man, you all. Oh my God, you have no idea. I love that you guys, man, are on here and you guys are like just debunking everything, man, and just questioning everything. And you're going so deep, man, beyond what they tell you, what they've told you on mainstream. It's so crazy, man. I love this, man. This is just proof as to the great awakening that we are going through, man. Because back in the day, when our parents were here, they didn't question everything, man. Anything. I'm sorry, they didn't question anything. They worked at a factory for like 50, 80 years. They didn't go beyond, they didn't get out of their comfort zone. And so many of us, man, are stepping out of our comfort zone, and so many of us are not listening to what we're told. And I love it, man. This is the Great Awakening, man. This is why I'm here. Like, I thirst for this stuff, man. I love you guys, man. I'd agree with the point about different experiences and stories. A lot of the therapy I do is about the principle. Life is less about the experience and more about the meanings you take from them. Not only is it that, Alex, but it's about the journey. And I used to think and I used to believe that all I wanted was the map to the end and where I was going. And I'm starting to realize that more and more everything is so unknown and uncertain. And we have to lean into that and trust the process and trust what's unfolding. And yet I keep learning that I can't just skip the beginning from the beginning of the book to the end of the book and skip everything in the middle because everything in the middle is the juiciness. That's the good stuff. That's the stories that you tell, right? But if you just jumped from the beginning to the end of the book, would that be fun? No. So it's all about the experiences you have in the middle of the book, the juicy part, right? The interactions you have with others, the experiences with people. Those are the stories. Like, how fun would it be if you just read the beginning part and the end? You have no story to tell. So it's like now you go from the beginning to the end, and then you it's about the journey along the way. That's life, man. The journey. That's so philosophical, Alex. I love it. Does evolution fit with your spiritual outlook? It sounds a little incompatible from what you've described so far, which would be problematic. No, that's why is it problematic though? Why? That's again putting you in a box, right? Of course, I'm open-minded to anything and all possibilities, man. That's just putting you in a box. It's not problematic at all. Um, I don't believe we were apes, and I don't believe we were like, we evolved into us from apes to this to that, cavemen. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I think that stuff was all made up. A lot of things were manipulated, and but again, am I open-minded? Can someone change my thought process about that, my belief around it? Yes, of course. And always, and first and foremost, I will go within myself and use discernment and see how it feels within me before I make a decision and decide which way I want to go. Capped hindsight, you've had an out of body experience. There's 100% more in my mind. Interesting, man. What was it like, dude? Tell us about it. And did you invoke it or did it happen on its own? I was a starch atheist until my out of body experience. See, that's what I mean, man. A lot of people are having these different experiences, which then shift them completely from an atheist to believing in God, believing in the afterlife, believing in reincarnation. They see God when they leave their body and they come back, a near death experience, a health challenge which brings them to their knees. And then they change and shift. And that's what a lot of us have gone through. 20 years memory of dead grandpa. You can. Good. I'm glad you know there's more, and I'm glad you are questioning everything. Um, you feel like you're living a script, but same time remember other lives, like a dream that appears when I am relaxed. How is that happening? Because you're more and more people now are beginning to remember past lives just out of nowhere, because there's so much light coming on the planet right now that is actually activating DNA within us, and memories in our cell memories, and the sun brings through codes and activations, light codes that are also activating. uh, I'm gonna have to go, Darren. I think we've disagreed on a whole lot of stuff, but It's been enjoyable speaking to you. That's fine, man. That's all good, Alex. I made a new friend. You're my new buddy, man. And that's okay. Like I said, man, it wouldn't be enjoyable if we agreed on everything, man. You just said, yes, Daren, I agree with you. Yes, Daren, I agree with you. Alex Hurst, I don't agree with you. Or I do agree with you. You know what I mean? That's perfect, man. And you know what? I love how patient and calm and relaxed and centered you are. I can feel your energy is so calm and relaxed and centered. And I love you, brother, regardless of us having disagreements. So I hope that you subscribe to the channel and I hope that you come back for some more and we keep deep diving in that rabbit hole. The juiciness, exactly. There's a saying in Sanskrit, bade, bade, both. Um, truth. Yeah, because here's the thing, man. We chose to come down here and forget. And we're in this dense, really, really dense part, like so dense that we remember and then we forget. And then we remember and then we forget, and then we disconnect from God and then we reconnect to God. So it's like like 20 minutes ago, you may have remembered, and then 20 minutes later, you don't anymore. You know what I mean? And then it takes someone else saying something to you to spark a remembrance within you. So, um, much love to you, Alex Hurst. Where are you from, by the way, Alex? I'm curious. Yes, but the dark forest theory makes the most sense. Truth is eternal. Yeah. Yeah. And we're all seeking the truth, man. Like facts, we're all seeking the truth. 298 votes. 55% say yes, they believe in aliens. 45% say no, they do not. And that's out of 298 votes. Truth transcends all. Its law knowledge is derived from truth. Yep. What's up, RR? What's good, brother? 5 3 equals 2 is a fact. Yeah. I mean, yes, and uh, I really enjoyed this convo, man, with you guys, and I appreciate all the new subscribers, man, because we got a handful of new subscribers. Hit the like button if you haven't already, exactly, and subscribe to the channel, man. Um, I appreciate all the new subs. You guys are freaking awesome. That's funny. Um, we are, aren't we? Yeah. Not really sure what you're saying, but okay. Let's get the likes up to 40 likes, and I'm gonna end the live for today. And I'll be back tomorrow and we'll talk about some more good stuff, man. We'll go down some more rabbit holes. Daniel Lone, what's good, brother? We need 3 more likes, man. Tap that like button, everybody. Knowledge comes through feeling and education from books, multimedia, and training. Not only does it come from there, man, but it comes from God and source too, man. You're always getting downloads, but here's the thing, man. You have to get away from the distractions and go in nature and be in silence with yourself so you can hear the information, so you can receive the downloads. So meditation is very important. And you could be doing walking meditation. Meditation can be done in many different ways. Mike Kelly, what's good, brother? I was attacked by a dark being during during the OBE. That was no. I mean, it doesn't sound crazy, Captain. I mean, I don't. Listen, man. I don't question anything anyone says. You know, yin yang, big difference between the dark and the light. Well, because they're going to bring, because we need to realize that we're not alone, and we need to realize that we're not we if we have contact and humanity can come to peace with, well, we're not different, we're not separate, we're all one and we're all connected, and actually realize that this planet will be a different place when we can coexist with anyone and anything. That's what we're here to learn and do, you know. And we did get 40 likes. Taylor, what's good, brother? I'm not super religious, but I'll never deny Jesus after my experience. I'm sure, and that's okay. You don't have to, man. That's what I'm here to, I'm debunking that whole thing, man. Because just because you talk about Jesus and Yeshua or God, we've made this negative connotation around Jesus and God that if you pray to God or you pray to Jesus or you talk to Jesus or you talk to God, then you have to be religious. Why do you have to be religious? Why can't you just be and pray to God or pray to Jesus or ask for Jesus's help or ask for God's help? Like, why do you have to be religious for that? You don't. And that's changing. In the light, we can see the real. In the dark, our minds conjure a reality of thought. Can be scary or good. Most turn the light on to get away from it. Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, because it's too scary, or they want to avoid, or they want to distract, and they don't want to face the things. But it's so simple, man. If you could actually sit with your emotions, sit with your feelings, and allow it to just rise up and leave. It just wants to be seen, and then it's gone forever. But we run from it, you know? It doesn't have to be Taylor talking to God, I'm not religious and I talk to God. I bring God in my room every single day with me. I'm not religious whatsoever. I'm in training with Jesus. I'm not religious whatsoever. It doesn't have to be. You can have a relationship with God or Jesus without being religious. That's okay. And the thing of it is man, we're moving into the new earth and the 5D, 6D, 7D. And the biggest thing that we have to do, man, is let go of fear. Fear is an illusion. We have to realize that there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And I know that I'm not the only one. We're all going through it, you know? Um, what does it mean to me? I think that religion, now, mind you, I do think and believe that there is a lot of truth to like the Bible and the Torah and the different the Quran and all the different you know, religious books. There is truth in them, but a lot of it was manipulated. And I do believe religion was created to separate and divide humanity. When at the end of the day, I kind of do believe and I think that everyone's praying to the same God. We just call it different things. And it was done that way purposefully to divide and separate and get people fighting. Imagination is creation. Exactly, and that's the whole thing that they don't want you to use is your imagination because imagination is the connection to the unseen world. Yeah, I agree. I agree, like in movies especially. I hope, I answered you guys' questions, man, and I hope that you enjoyed this live. I've been on here for like an hour and 10 minutes. I came on here like 2 other times today. I'm gonna take it easy and chill and go eat something and relax. And I'll be back tomorrow, man, with some more thought-invoking conversations. Being member of a religious group. I'm not a member of a religious group, man. No, I'm not a member of a religious group. I'm not a member of anything. I'm my own person, and I think for myself. Live from Kenya. What's good, Rim? Rim, subscribe to the channel. Like the video. We have tons of family from Kenya. Yeah, man, I'll be back tomorrow, my brother. Just subscribe and hit that notification bell, man. And like the video and share this video out, man, to more people. Um, again, religious league or union. Religion is union of human beings again after war clashes. I don't know, man, if it's union. I kind of don't agree with that, man, because you have it's like politics, man. It's like you got red and blue and people argue and fight and get agitated and I kind of beg to differ, man. I think that it was created just like red and blue politics to just divide and separate people and people fighting and arguing for no apparent reason. The God would send us guidance to keep us on the right path. He does all the time. But see, here's the problem. We're so distracted and they've kept us so distracted from like you being on this live right now is distracting you from hearing God, from hearing Jesus, from hearing the messages and the signs that you're meant to receive. A lot of times God is trying to give you signs and messages, but you're so distracted with video games and you know there's so many damn distractions in the world, man. Sex and porn and alcohol and drugs and food and TV and movies and family and people you're talking with and going out in public and going to the bars and the clubs and the stores and the this and the that. It all distracts you, man. You got to go into nature in silence and listen to the sounds of your soul. They're very soft and subtle, and it's always loving. And the messages are always coming, but if you're distracting yourself, then you cannot hear the messages that you're supposed to be receiving. It was more dire- directed to your statement about not having a specific religion. Oh, okay. But you don't need to have a specific religion to have a connection with God. You don't have to have a specific religion to have a relationship with God. And I'm developing every single day when I sit in silence and I ask for God to come into my room and I have a conversation with Him daily on a daily basis because that's how you develop a relationship with God, with your higher self, with your soul, with higher dimensional beings. You got to spend time, you got to put aside time where you are in silence and you are talking with God, with Jesus, with whoever you feel called to talk with. Tell them you need help. Tell them you need guidance. Tell them you're going through this. Tell them you're going through that. Talk with them. Create a relationship. That's okay, man. But here's the thing, Juan V. You have to continuously do it every single day, multiple times a day. You have to create a relationship. You can't just do it when you have a problem. It doesn't work that way, man. It's not going to be like simple and as easy as that. It takes time and effort. Why? Because we've been so programmed to the point where if we didn't and we were little and we continued our connection from when we were small, it would be way different. You wouldn't have to work that hard to connect with God. Your connection wouldn't have been broken, but it has due to these beings These dark forces that have wanted to control humanity for thousands of years. Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's okay. I mean, yeah, they're not meant to have emotions, man. That's why you're here. That's why we're so special, humans on this planet, because we have emotions and they don't. And you have been an alien and an extraterrestrial. But now you came here because of the emotions, because of the physicality, because of the free will. That's why planet Earth is so special. Damn, we did 326 votes, man. Holy cannoli. Wow. That's like the biggest poll we've had yet. John Steele, what's good, brother? 326 votes. 55% yes, 45% no. You guys are awesome, man. I love you all, man. But I got to go, man. I would love to continue this conversation. I hope you all have subscribed, commented, liked, shared, done it all. Damn, something bit me. Mosquito got me. Um, Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. I love you all, man, from the bottom of my heart. I will be back. Take it easy, you all. Thank you for voting. 328 votes. You guys rock, man. And I love each and every single one of you. And I thank you. And amen, brother. Keep doing it. Keep asking, and God will answer. Just got to be open and receptive to receive. And He is always there. He's always with you. Your angels are always with you, your guides. We are down here with so much help and support right now, because they're going to make sure that this ascension process goes through without a hitch. Okay? The human race will not fall again. So, with that being said, I love you all, man. I'll talk to you guys soon. On the next live. Love you.